I'm Paige. Welcome to my kitchen. You're watching the first episode of my new series, Doughin' It with Paigey. In this series, I'm going to be cooking my way through Bonnie Ohara's cookbook, Bread Baking for Beginners. I bought this book about a year ago and I've done a pretty good job cooking my way through from start to finish. I also want to be able to share with everyone the tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. My goal is to put out one video a week with a recipe from this book. Now, while I won't be showing the exact measurements I'll be using, there will be a link in every single description for Bonnie's book where you can find every single recipe. When I first bought this book, the first thing I did, like most people, was go to YouTube looking for videos to see if I could find another beginner who was doing what I was doing, had just purchased this book and wanted to work their way through from beginning to end to develop their skills from beginner to intermediate. All I was finding was professional chefs and professional bakers who were explaining things and explaining terms that I just didn't understand. While this book does do a very good job breaking out every single technique and how you need to do it, I really was looking for more of a video perspective, and I really just couldn't find anything that aligned with my skill level. I was a true beginner. I really knew nothing about dough. I have never made bread in my entire life, so I was looking for somebody who was more on the same page, and I just wanted to follow along with someone in that way. My goal for this channel is to have short, to the point videos that follow along with this book. This book does a great job of breaking down each type of dough and helps you progress your skills along the way. For instance, it'll start off with no-knead doughs, which require very little handling. It'll then move on to kneaded doughs, enriched doughs, which add milk, butter, eggs, things like that, and then on to the very best and the most fun, the sourdough. My first video actually cooking from this book will be a no-knead dough, so be sure to follow along with that. I'll also have a book review for Bread Baking for Beginners. I'll put that link in the description. There's also a link for the equipment that you'll need for this book, and I'll also put in some insider tips for equipment that you do need and some that you might not need. If you're ready to dough it with me, be sure to subscribe so you can follow along me baking my way through Bread Baking for Beginners by Bonnie Ohara. I'm hoping these videos, along with the book, can be a good guide for you on your bread baking journey.